All right.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Here's Joe, let me tell you something. I just want to vent for a little bit.
I
Go
do
for
too.
it.
My leg under this table is tapping right now, and it's normally when it does that, it's not for good reasons.
I feel like you're more about to just go off, or I'm more of, or less, you kind of need to call somebody to make sure I don't do anything stupid.
Okay. How do we begin this? First off, TJ nearly done talked both of us into thinking the Steelers are going to win.
Thanks a lot, TJ.
You talked him into it, and
Thanks a lot, TJ.
But I switched back, so
I should have switched back.
Now how do you feel about the Steelers? Because you were the highest on everybody.
They didn't win.
They did not win. They didn't come close to winning. They sucked.
They didn't do what I thought they were going to do.
Are they in
suck.
trouble?
Listen.
Are they in trouble this season?
Big time.
Yes.
Yes.
I, as a Steelers fan, that hurts to say. Obviously, you too as well. But after watching that game, yeah, there's a lot that needs to be worked on. And is it going to get done? Probably not.
Reality check. The Steelers. I might not go as far to say they're going to come last in the division, but dang, are they going to come close. Pretty much their schedule does not get easy. We play the Chiefs. I think we play the Bills. We play Cincy again, Cleveland twice, Baltimore twice.
You don't play the Bills again, do you?
I think we might. I don't know for sure, though. We played them already. We beat them. Right.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. That's funny.
I don't want to overreact yet because
I do. I do, kind of. I do.
Hear me out. If anybody's a Steelers fan, if you listen to Pittsburgh news, a lot of people before the season, even before last season, saying, get Ben the heck out of here. I was one of the people that said, I'm cool with Ben coming back.
Yeah, because we had no one to back him up. Like, we had nobody else to put in there. I'd rather have Ben in there than Mason.
Well, now I'm starting to think otherwise. Are you not starting to think otherwise?
Yes.
That's a problem.
Like, if they're like, hey, we're starting Mason next week, I'd be like, all right.
I don't think Mason. I think they go with Dwayne.
No shot.
We haven't seen him do anything.
No shot. Dwayne.
You have to give him a chance at least.
Dwayne almost
Johnson?
missed the team, dude.
The Rock?
That's why they brought in Josh Dobbs.
The scientist.
But here's the other thing. People do have fluke games. Was this just a big fluke game? There were too many injuries. Just
no, because the
everybody
offense
was out of sync.
That's another thing too. Every receiver gone. Juju gone. Claypool gone. Deontay
Johnson
gone.
There's no chemistry with Ben and any of the receivers.
None of the receivers
Deontay.
are clicking. I don't know. The route running isn't there.
There seemed like there was a lot of miscommunications in that game.
Yeah.
Especially between Ben and Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
He had 9 catches, but I think he had 15 targets, and like they just all it is.
But
Chase
they're all just
Claypool go deep, and then they're on the wrong page.
Or
Ben
it's just like a
one.
screen pass.
Ben missed one in the end zone. Chase Claypool had a post to the middle. Ben threw it outside. He ran inside. Easy touchdown.
Yeah.
If that's him and AB of like a couple years ago, every time they're on the same page.
Yeah.
So pretty much where we're at, Steeler fans have been spoiled for 18 years. Okay? We've always had a chance.
What do you mean, TJ? Our entire lifetime
I'm just coming to terms with that gets over.
Exactly. Yesterday was just a wake-up call. Like, holy crap, this is happening. The Ben era is officially over. Everyone is probably going to be like, yeah, no crap. It was over before this year. Don't take away my hope, but the hope is gone. The hope is lost.
When do you think Ben peaked? Do you have a year where Ben was at his peak?
Whenever it was him, AB, and Le'Veon Bell.
2015. He threw for like 5,000 yards, man.
For so many yards, and he didn't
that
have
offense
was that
offense was elite, but the defense wasn't there.
Yeah, that was like the first time like we could say that the Steelers might have had the best offense in the league.
The Steelers went from having the number 1 defense, which is when they won the Super Bowls. I mean, the offense did good. Don't get me wrong, but then the defense got bad, and then that's when Ben peaked with the offense with AB and Bell.
Do we think that Ben plays the rest of the season starting?
This is exactly what I wanted to talk about.
He's getting smacked around. I don't think he's going to make it. Okay. I don't think he will.
I think if he makes it, they're going to let him go until he makes it. Remember what they did with Eli Manning, the Giants did? They just kept playing him and playing him and playing him and playing him. He just kept losing and getting killed and throwing turnovers. Yeah. Ben, I don't think Ben's like fallen off that much. But I think they're going to push it to him as a sign of respect just because they brought him back. Yeah. They had a game plan from the beginning, and the Steelers aren't going to back down from that game plan.
The only thing that sucks, which I'm sure you guys aren't going to look at it that way, but you don't want to see your quarterback go out like that. You don't want him to go out like Eli Manning
That's what sucks is like yesterday he brought up a point. He's never had a losing season, not one time. And now he has a good chance of having a losing season.
Oh.
That sucks. Especially with an extra game this year. That sucks.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I still do have a little bit of hope with me. I have a little bit of hope in me that was a fluke game and that we will still be able to compete very well this season and at least get that winning record.
The offense, too many penalties, though. We can't stop holding. The only time Najee gets a good play is when we hold.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That was one good takeaway,
bothersome.
though.
Yeah, he looked good, though.
Yeah, he did look
He did.
good.
He looked
especially
great.
for how, the offensive line isn't all there right now. He was still able to kind of make some stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that could be a positive for the future.
Yeah. Before that, as a rookie, I feel like it'd be pretty frustrating to be
for
the
sure.
number one running back taken out of the class, and then you're out here week 1, week 2, you can't do anything. In the back of your head, you probably think it's your fault, but then you're like, or that it's not your fault, but then again, it's like, oh, is this my fault?
Pretty
right
much
now?
what Zach Wilson's going through right now.
Oh, God bless
potentially.
that guy.
And the thing is, too, unless you're like a Steeler fan, if you're just some, random schmuck or whatever, you're just looking at the stats and you're seeing, oh, he's not running well. Is he a bust? Like, you don't know necessarily about the line. You don't know the big runs that he had that were taken back for penalties. So it's like, the media or the public might just look at you as, oh, you might be a bust.
Yeah. So
That's very frustrating.
We play the Packers next week. Fantastic.
Hey, that's an offense that can do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Saw
showed
that
it.
last night, yeah.
No, but the thing is, whenever the Steelers get the ball on offense, I'm at the point I'm not excited anymore like
I'm
I
not
used to
either.
be. It's like, are they going to get another 3 now? Can they
I
even get a
know.
first down?
I know.
And then you look at a team like the Chargers, what they're doing with Justin Herbert. It's like, man, if we had a young
Dude,
quarterback
that's what,
like
all
that.
I do is look at teams who are able to just move down the field, get 20-yard plays, 30-yard plays, and I'm just like, that used to be us.
Yeah, and that last game was actually, we stopped watching it in the fourth quarter. I mean, we turned it off. I haven't
And
turned the
then-
Steelers game off in a long time.
And then at the end of the game, we came to the conclusion that the Steelers, down 14, had the ball inside the 10-yard line. I'm like,
nah, they're not going to.
there's no chance. And they didn't even score.
Yeah.
So that came into fruition.
Is there any chance that this has to do with coaching and not the players?
I don't think it's Mike
Yeah,
Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season, man. I like Mike Tomlin. I hate all the haters who hate on him, honestly. And that's not even being biased, dude. I think he's a heck of a coach. He's never had a losing season.
Yeah.
Right.
Even when Ben was hurt the whole year and we had Mason, he
Yeah.
had a winning season. Like,
And then we kind of talked about with Ricky, with Matt Canada coming in. He was saying maybe he's restricted because Ben still isn't going under center. And he can't go under center, because
yeah,
their
he'll get
offensive
sacked.
line.
He's getting attacked.
I thought that the whole time. Now, I think that's kind of why they brought Dwayne Haskins in. He's a more mobile quarterback. Of course, him and Mike Tomlin kind of have a little bit of a background together, but I feel like that's kind of why. I don't think they see Mason Rudolph as a very mobile quarterback either. So I think they brought him in just to kind of see how it would happen, but I don't know if that didn't pan out. Like, obviously, like TJ said, we never seen him play in a normal regular season game, but in preseason, he didn't look super promising. But again, it's like, hey, you could be building towards the future. Again, I think this is Ben's last, kind of hoorah. Let's try to get it done. Unfortunately, injuries happened. Again, it's not over. It's week number 3. There's some promise there. TJ Watt was out. Deontay Johnson was out, which in my opinion are 2 of the best players on the Steelers team. So, like I said, I mean, I wouldn't, again, say it's a shot season. But again, obviously there's some problems there.
Yeah, the big question marks that I had coming into reality. I feel like the secondary's playing a little bit better, maybe, than I expected them to. Not to say that they're
The
actually
defense
playing
is
great.
fine to me. I mean,
That one touchdown, I think it was the second one.
Yeah, Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Wide open,
Yeah.
that was just so disappointing because it was like we just had to hold him for 20 seconds.
yeah, those are daggers right there. That was right before halftime, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they got the ball back.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually watching that game in the second half was the first time that I said, man, I actually think I want to see Mason Rudolph come in the game. That's the first time I've ever said that. And I don't think Mason Rudolph is the answer by
He's not.
any means.
People were saying he did get better. I don't know. Obviously, we haven't
He
seen anything.
seems to me
but
like he did, and maybe
Yeah.
that's kind of why I want him to come
I
in.
don't know.
We
But
haven't
I'm not.
seen
I'm not
anything.
convinced. I don't. He's not.
No.
He's not the guy that's going to bring us to the playoffs every
No,
single year.
no chance. He's not the guy.
He's a guy that might be able to get carried to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Based on past performances, yeah. But if he did get better, then there is a chance. But
But the other question mark for him is if he came into a season being able to prepare the whole season as the starter and got to take those
Right.
first team reps in preseason with the starters and in practice and really build something up, maybe there's a chance. But I don't know, man. He's been in the league for enough now.
Yeah.
He had a whole season basically.
He did.
He
yeah.
lost his starting job to Duck Hodges
Yeah.
a couple games.
that was bad.
Yeah, Duck Hodges. Where's he at now?
Yeah.
Giant Eagle.
And Arby's.
I don't know. It's very sad. It's a depressing time. So we've had Ben for 18 years, and now it's like I don't
It's
like
over.
change.
It's over.
So-
It's, man, dude. And the thing is, we're coming to this reality at such an early point in the season.
Yeah.
Dang it, dude.
That's why I feel like it's so early though that like we might just be overreacting.
Right. I don't want to completely overact. I'm
Well,
like, we're
yeah.
talking about the future right now,
Yeah.
as opposed to maybe next week versus Green Bay.
Seems
But
like
it's kind of just like as a whole.
The only thing that's crappy, and I know this from last year experience being a Falcon fan, it's like they start off and they lose so many games. It's like towards the end of the season, you don't even want them to win because you're like, at this point, it doesn't matter. Let's try to get a higher draft pick. And even whenever they're doing well, it's like I can't root for them because it's pointless. You know what I mean? And we're just going to keep going up and up or farther down in the draft. And it's like we can't get somebody that really helps us. It's a bitter time.
Yeah, I
It
don't
really
know.
is.
Ricky was saying there's apparently no good QBs coming out of the draft class though for next
Yeah.
season.
That pretty much just screams Mason Rudolph.
It pretty much means let's build an offensive line in the draft next
Yeah.
go around.
I can
Yeah.
see you guys picking up kind of like a 1-year type quarterback, like something like that, just to kind of get you through the
Maybe.
season.
Cam Newton.
Steelers really don't do that though.
We
That's
don't.
the
You're right.
thing.
We draft our quarterbacks.
You're right.
We've never picked up.
I mean, they brought in Haskins, but like,
Here's
Michael Vick that one time, but just for like
Yeah.
backup purposes. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they disappointed me. That defensive line didn't even get any pressure on Joe Burrow
No.
for the most part.
Yeah.
He was sitting back there comfortable
Mhm.
as heck, doing whatever the heck he wanted to.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon ran on us. I was kind of surprised about that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously TJ Watt wasn't there. Alawalu was gone, so we had two
I
people
think
gone
it's
there.
just going to come to the point where frustration kicks in with the whole team.
Oh man.
They're not used to being like
Oh, dude.
bad.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know. It's got to be frustrating. I know.
Yeah.
Dude, that Melvin Ingram missed tackle on Tyler Boyd
Yep.
where he scored. What the heck was that? I mean,
well,
come
there was
on.
3 guys around.
Come
him.
on. Yeah, I know. They probably expected him to tackle him because he should have tackled him. That's textbook. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
He wanted to try to kill him, and he went up top. And
I was just say that's the thing. I don't know if people are looking for like big play highlights where they just want to stick the guy and drop him down. But again, you wrap up, be
And
smart.
It could be again frustration too. They're just
Yeah.
frustrated. They just want to knock a guy out, try to get a turnover.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a tough time. It's kind of hard to talk about.
Yeah, I'm
if you're a
done
Steeler
talking
fan,
about it.
you know the feeling right now. If you're not a Steeler fan, you're probably saying, "Boo-hoo! You guys have been spoiled all these years." Which again, to go in every year and know that you have a shot,
All we can do is look forward to the next week and hope.
and hope.
oh man, if they don't get killed next week, then it will be a positive.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully TJ comes back.
I'm right here.
They need TJ. Not actually. They absolutely don't need you. They need the more
I
important
think
TJ.
I could be the starting quarterback.
You could probably be the starting quarterback. TJ does sling. Not gonna lie.
As long as my rotator cuff's good.
All right.
But pretty much though, me and Tom were talking about. We wish we knew if it was like Ben's last game because that's a game we want to go to pretty heavy.
Right. If
actually.
it was Ben's last game, we'd be going to it. But then we also said Ben's probably going to be hurt by that time.
Yeah, like we don't like the last home game. Will he
Yeah.
play? Like
Or even be sat down. I mean, if
I
it's-
know.
I
that's-
want to
didn't
go to
think
that
about
game, and I want to bring my tissues. 'Cause
Yep,
I'm going to be
'cause
crying.
I will cry. Like the game will be over, and they're gonna have to say like, "Sirs, you got to go. You have to go home." It's like 2 hours.
Especially if
past
Ben
the
sits
game.
on if Ben sits on that bench
Yep.
again, like he did.
We might have to go down
Yeah.
there and confront him.
Oh, dude, I'll go on the field. I don't even
Sad-
care.
he doesn't
I'll
have
hug
Boyd
him.
with him this year. That's kind of
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
too.
He'd be there by himself.
And Pouncy.
We'd be
All right,
there.
boys.
All right. Well, that's enough depressing talk for
If you,
today.
if you're a Steelers fan, if you have anything to say to lift up the move, that'd be pretty cool. Not many positive takeaways aside from Najee Harris in week number 1. The injury is starting to kill us. I'm not trying to even use that as an excuse because whether they had those players or not, the Bengals beat us fair and square on every point of the
Yep.
ball.
Like I say, AFC North. They're all new, young, upcoming quarterbacks, players.
Good ones, too.
We got to catch
Yeah.
up. We're behind the times right now.
All right, boys. See you
So-
later.
Bye.